If you're stuck in a vicious cycle of eating junk food and not being able to stop, this video is just right for you. In this video, I'm going to go through how I managed to stop eating junk food and the effect it had on my life. But first, we're going to go through my story and we're going to take it back like 2 months. At that point, I had already quit sugar and I was pretty controlled with it. I could voluntarily stop myself from eating sugar whenever I was having sugar, like once every 2 weeks, maybe once every 3 weeks. So you could say it wasn't a problem. But I kept eating other junk food and I couldn't realize why. And it became a really big problem because it had no bad consequences on me in the moment. Like, my metabolism was good, so it didn't really make me fatter, and it didn't give me acne like sugar did. So I just figured I could eat as much as I want with it. But undoubtedly, it did slow down my gym progress, although I didn't realize it at the time. So I decided to make a change and I quit junk food. And I'm going to go through the way I quit junk food. I realized that when I'm not near this junk food, I simply don't eat it as much. And it's not like I have uncontrollable cravings for it all the time, which is a lesson that applies to most people. And this teaches us about triggers. Now, a trigger is something that gets you to relapse in a bad habit. It could be seeing the bad habit right in front of you or something that is muscle memory towards the bad habit. So, this is an actionable step. What are some triggers for junk food in your life that you can remove? For me, those triggers were to go out with friends. When I went out with friends, we decided to always eat at fast food because it's cheaper. And we'd eat at McDonald's or Burger King or whatever. And I realized that was ruining my diet. So another thing as well was convenience and ease. If I didn't want to cook, I would always have a frozen pizza in the fridge that I could put into the microwave. And that would save me time and effort for cooking. But it would be sabotaging my gym progress. And so right now these seem like pretty difficult problems. I mean, when I'm going out with friends, it's not like I'm gonna go to a fancier restaurant because, of course, I'm on a limited budget. And when I'm in the middle of a productive, hard day, it's not like I'm gonna spend 50 minutes to an hour cooking. So there's gotta be some solutions, right? Well, when going out with friends, just be full. That's one thing that can help a lot. If you're full when going out with friends, you're not going to eat nearly as much. You're also going to save money. That's one important thing. You're going to save a lot of money, but also you're going to feel better about yourself because you had better food and you didn't have to involuntarily eat junk food that just happened to be convenient at the time. This thing about convenience, it's really, really prevalent in any addiction because their addictions are always meant to be convenient and easily accessible to us. But we have to go through the trouble of doing what's inconvenient to make sure that we're doing what's right. And another thing you can try if you really don't have time to cook, like I often do, is to try a meal prep company. You know, I'm not sponsored by any one of them, but a lot of them are actually really good and I've tried them out. Like, for example, HelloFresh and a lot of them, which I don't know by name now, but they're great for your diet because they save you time on cooking and they don't make you resort to junk food when you don't have any time. And one final tip as well that I would have is to not have this junk food at home. So, for example, for me, I have this microwave pizza sometimes, which if I didn't have it at home, I would not be able to eat it Because it's not like I'm going to go to a grocery store just to buy some junk food. At that point, I'd basically rather cook because it would save me time as well. And that would mean I was making a healthier choice simply because the unhealthier choice was unavailable for me. And that's the gist of this whole lesson. You can get really far with discipline and willpower, but if it's not convenient for you, eventually you're gonna resort back to your basic standard action, which in this case is a bad habit, and we want to stop that. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for listening this far, if you are, and check out my Patreon. It's the first link in the description. There I have a one-on-one coaching and fitness community. It's really great. Thank you.